Hey everybody, and welcome to the Intuitive Art Academy channel. Hello, my name is Carrie Roldan and I am a certified intuitive artist. And what we do here on this channel is we help you to get the clarity to know your truth and the confidence to live it. So it seems appropriate that today I'm going to be drawing on a question that I get a lot. And actually, I have to tell you, I have never done this drawing. I have never drawn on the question to, what is my purpose for this lifetime? So I'm going to show you how the process works, and then I will show you how you can learn to do it for yourself. So the question is, what is my purpose for this lifetime? So all I need to do is take a second, take a deep breath. I'm going to connect to myself and to the source of what I believe the answers are. So God, higher self, intuition, your soul, whatever it is, wherever it is that you believe the answers are coming from, I'm going to connect to that place. And then I've got my colors in front of me. I've got my paper in front of me already. Then I wrote the question on the paper, what is my purpose for this lifetime? And then I'm going to close my eyes and trust my hands. So here we go. Okay, here's the drawing. I'm going to stop the video real quick to decode, and then I'll explain it to you. Okay, so I'll just be honest. This is surprising to me. I've always believed that my purpose in this lifetime is to encourage, uplift, and inspire. Now, I still believe that to be true, but I find this really interesting because it's showing me a journey. So I'm going to read this two ways. I'm going to read it in the order that I put the colors on the page first. So the first color that I put on the page is this brown color. And for me, brown means solid, rooted, grounded, connected. And oftentimes brown has this connotation, depending on what it shows up for me, about slowing down, operating at a slow pace. Like you can imagine the pace of a tree as opposed to the pace of a human. So that's the first layer, right? Is this brown that is just being solid, being rooted, being connected. So I get the sense that a huge part of my purpose this lifetime is that divine connection, which makes sense considering the work that I do in the world. The second thing that showed up, and this is interesting and not really what I was like excited about, is that gray color, the gray swirl, which means cloudy. It means mental confusion. It can be blocked from guidance. It can be just being disconnected, right? There's sort of an unclearness to the gray color. And I find that interesting that shows up right in the middle of the drawing. And yet it makes sense because, right, we're all born connected and grounded and in the truth of who we are. And part of my purpose for this lifetime has been in that confusion. And gray doesn't really have a connotation of doubt to me, but there has been a lot of doubt in my life. But for sure, I've been blocked from my own truth. I've been disconnected. I've been cloudy about what I'm meant to be doing. So that makes sense that it shows up right in the middle of my drawing. Now, what's interesting is this other color. I gotta tell you, when I saw this on the drawing, I wasn't too excited about it because red for me has the connotation is like a restlessness, an anxiety. There's a fieriness to it. It can be like a fervor, but red feels to me like running really hard. So I wasn't necessarily excited to see this in my drawing, except that I also read this drawing left to right, right? So if I read it right, if I read it in layers from what I did first to what I did last, it's basically saying, at the foundation of who you are, Carrie, you're meant to be rooted, grounded, connected. That is your purpose, to be connected to the divine. Part of my purpose in this lifetime, though, the next layer is to go through some stuff, right? Can anybody relate to like the swirling madness of trying to figure yourself out, trying to figure out what you're meant to do here, trying to figure out how to best use your God-given talents? So all of that is here in the swirliness, being blocked, being disconnected, having that mental confusion around that. And this is also another part of my journey, this red color. There's anxiety has been part of my journey. A perfectionism, a restless perfectionism has been part of my journey. Now, is that my purpose in this lifetime, to be restless? No. And I'm looking at, it's so weird because as I'm looking at this in the camera, I can see the word love. So I don't know if you can see it, this L, and then there's the O, and then I see the V there, and it's sort of hard to make out the E, but I can see it right there. So I find that interesting that as I'm looking at this, right, my purpose in this lifetime is love, is finding love. And it is this idea of, this is how my journey has gone so far in my 43 years. There's been a lot of perfectionism and anxiety and running really hard in the early part of my life. And a thinking that I knew my path, followed by some confusion, some unclarity, some being really disconnected and not knowing, and kind of like running in confused circles. But what I see moving forward, right, is all love, and being rooted, grounded, and connected. So what is my purpose in this lifetime? It's to remember that at the foundation of it all is love, that I was born rooted, grounded, connected to the divine, and that my purpose this lifetime is to remember that journey, right? To remember love. I love that I can see it when I hold it up like this. Remember love, and remember the truth of who I am, rooted, grounded, connected to the divine. And that's pretty cool, right? And I happen to know that in that divine connection, that's where I am living in flow. I'm living in my gifts. That's where I am doing what my brain believes I was put on this planet to do, right? To encourage and uplift and inspire. So I hope that watching this has been encouraging, uplifting, and inspiring to you. And if you'd like to learn how to use intuitive art to get answers to your own questions, to have a two-way conversation with your higher self, to get the clarity to know your truth and the confidence to live it, then for sure you're going to want to subscribe to this channel so you can get more videos like this. And we have a Facebook group. I would love it if you would join. The links will be somewhere around this video. And of course, if you want to take a free class, it's a free introductory intuitive art class where at the end of the class, you will have done a drawing and you'll know your color meanings. You will have done a drawing and decoded it. You can go to intuitiveartclass.com. Okay, I hope you found this helpful, and I'll see you on the next video.